Have you ever heard of that movie where a struggling chef had a really hard time figuring stuff out, which led him to experience hardships in his journey? But then, an animal, yes, an animal, went on to intervene in his struggles and offered to control the chef and his movements because, secretly, that animal is an expert cook. And get this, the animal stayed inside the chef's long hat and used his hair to command his body to move in certain ways. It sounds so impossible, right? It sounds so intense that it's like pure insanity. But actually, this movie is called Ratatouille. You may have already guessed what the movie was when I began to describe it, but essentially, it's Ratatouille. Who would ever forget our favorite mouse named Remy and our resident chef Linguini as they conquer the Paris cooking scene as an unstoppable duo? Of course, it's so fun to watch the film as it is purely animated and fantastical. But in this video, you are going to be so thrilled to know that there's actually hidden meanings behind all the fun in the movie. And no, these meanings are not negative at all, but instead, they are all about finance. But before we pierce right through the gist, I would just like to give you a little disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, so better take all my advice with a pinch of salt, and take only what can be applied to you. I do my very best in telling you the latest information in terms of financial management. But if you're experiencing serious problems, that is time to seek out services by professionals and experts to help you out with what you're facing. Welcome to the Quantum Wealth, where the road to success begins. Before starting with the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and comment below your thoughts for today's video. Anyway, you heard that right. There's actually more to Ratatouille than what meets the eye. When I first watched the movie, I was so allured by the concept and how they executed the storyline since it's just drop-dead amazing. I was always excited to know what happens next, and that to me is excellent cinema. But for the many times that I continued to watch the film all over again, I began to note some layers that actually provide essence in the world of finance, investing, and business. Now I know you can't wait to hear all about these, so without further ado, here are 5 quotes that contain hidden meanings in the film Ratatouille. At number 5, anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great. Now this quote is from the great chef Gusteau himself, who was the founder of the restaurant we are following in the movie. But what did Chef Gusteau mean by this? This cook meant that the capability to cook is possessed by anyone. However, only those who are willing to take a risk and step out of their comfort zones will become heavily rewarded. In the world of investing, you can never be truly successful if you just stick to all the basics and all the usual routines to do. In order to achieve the fullest potential in terms of making money, then you must never be too afraid to take risks and to take a leap of faith. But always remember, you should keep in mind that the risks you take are calculated so that you will not suffer from adverse consequences if things go downhill. At number 4, always do something unexpected. In food, a chef can always bring out new innovations and surprise their customers with new cuisines or new integrations to the original menu. This gives the customers a sense of excitement to know that something is brewing up anew. Much like in business, always exert maximum effort in being resourceful and creative so that you can do unexpected things. You should strive to surprise your clients so that they may build loyalty to your brand, and that only means one thing: more money coming right into your account as you get to build an effective income stream from regular and loyal customers. At number 3, not everyone can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere. Such words, don't you think? It certainly sounds so striking, but what does it truly entail? The speaker says that everyone is not given the same privilege and destiny to become an artist, yet at the same time, everyone is free to pursue such. True art in the form of cooking knows no boundaries in terms of where you come from or what you do. This is exactly the same in the world of business and finance. In order to stand out as a successful entrepreneur, you don't need to have intense credentials or family background. It all lies on how you are going to deal with yourself and how you manage your finances better. The power is all in you, so you better make sure to harness and nourish that power further to create more opportunities for your own finances. At number 2, change is nature, the part we can influence. And it all starts when we decide. As they say, change is inevitable as it is the only thing that is constant in our world. Yet in a certain direction, change can never be applied unless you develop that will to pursue such change. Adhering to change cannot be limited to developing a plan, but instead, in actual manifestations of this change to certain aspects of life. This is an essential quote to be applied in the world of finance because the money-making scene is not a constant avenue. The trends are always changing, the exchange rates, the prices, the interest rates, and many more money aspects are frequently on the roll. Therefore, we cannot benefit from these changes unless we begin to take action. When you see stock prices plummet, then you should immediately strive to buy as many stocks as you can because someday those prices will rise, therefore allowing you to generate a really huge profit. Lastly, at number 1, if you focus on what you left behind, then how can you see what lies ahead? Linguini, our main chef, never allowed himself to get stuck on the mistakes that he made in the past. He was eager to improve and improve so as to deliver the best meals for his clients, and especially to that critic in black clothing. In line with this, business-minded people continue to seek for better investments, more worthy assets, and much more well-rounded financial conditions. These are all aspects that are present in the future and not in the past. Therefore, with this said, you should allot all of your energy to make better decisions than yesterday and overall improve your overall well-being than the past. The future is all in your hands. That wraps up today's video. We hope you find this video helpful, and if you like today's video, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you at the next